Now that you've found UBN Radio and discovered our quality talk shows, it's time to spread the word to friends, family, and the universe. 24 hours of music and talk. Radio without limits. That's why people keep coming back for more. That's UBNradio.com.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned into my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it to get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon at Universal Broadcasting Network out of the Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California. And then every Thursdays at 7 and Saturdays at 1 on my syndicated CNBC News Radio channel, KCAA. AM 1050, FM 106.5, soon to be on 102 as well, and all the time now on iHeartRadio. Welcome to the show. And I am here to splatter you with more hope and happiness. So it's a show that has no gossip, no scandal, and no K-words. No Kardashian talk at all. You're welcome. And no CNN constantly negative news. Instead, I want to highlight what is good, what is proof that we are all wrapped in well-being on the planet. So my topics and guests reflect that. If you missed my interview with Tony Tennille from The Captain and Tennille, it's delightful, as well as a lot of past Oprah guests, Fran Drescher, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, Neil Donald Walsh, Don Miguel Ruiz, Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Marianne Williamson. So all of those you can access on YouTube, as well as iTunes. And if you are at all someone with a creative product or service and you'd like to partner with me on this show, please do contact me at forbalance.org. And a peace shout in, shout out to the fabulous balancers who made my Huntington Beach a beautiful success. As well to my I'm Keeping True family, we completed the Ramadan season of prayer with each other. And we can all continue to hold peace during this time of apparent confusion with all of the shootings. We may not be able to control what's happening in the hot spots around the states, but we can control how we react. Yes, we have a problem. And yes, we also have a systemic solution that requires improvement at every level. So it's not up to just the government. It's not up to other countries. It's not up to the white community or the black community. It is up to all of us to bring the solution to the forefront. So, we do what we can do. We don't complain about what we can't. We can vote. We can also create peace in all of our relationships, and how we react also influences our children. So remember, let's bring peace where there is confusion. Let's bring love where there's hate. And remember that light will always dispel darkness. And my second public service announcement ever, so you know that I actually live a normal, everyday life. I almost fell for an IRS scam this week. I got called in the morning, and it was someone who sounded like, agent so-and-so. It's a three-way call. It's recorded. It has the state controllers or the federal whatever, and we've tried to send you certified mail. You have discrepancy in your taxes, and now we're giving you this chance to pay for $3,420 before we send it to the sheriff, and they will come and seize your assets as quickly as tomorrow if you do not take care of this now. And it was early, and so I reacted, and I was like, what? Are you sure? I heard, that it's possible to take care of these things. You're not supposed to have a call like this, but it sounded so plausible that I thought, well, it's going to cost me more than $3,000 to try to fight this, so maybe I should just pay it. But something told me to just go Google it. And thank God I did. I'd never heard this happening. I've never heard an announcement about it. So for any of you who were just like me and will get a call, so-called a call from the IRS asking you for money, do not pay. It's very unfortunate. I found out that they've actually been able to collect $26 million from Americans with this particular scam. Go to ftc.gov if this sounds familiar. I reported. I was so suspicious at that point. I had to use 3 ways to even make sure that reporting it, giving personal information, was safe. So I did check it out for you, ftc.gov. Thank goodness for Google. Thank goodness for technology that we can share information. And if you're shaking your head going, what's happened? There's bad people in the world. Look at what's happening. There's bad people. Yes, and there are many more good people than there are bad people. So I gave you the announcement, and let's focus now on what is good and what is right about you. It is that time of the month. It is call-in week. So thank you so much to fabulous Jarvis Essex, my call-in producer, for organizing and making sure that I can be Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura, and not have people wait too long on hold. So let's go to the first caller. Welcome, Eva from Colorado.
Thank you. I feel welcome.
Good. I'm glad that you do. And let's connect through breath. If you would just put your feet on the ground, your palms up, your eyes gently closed, taking a deep breath through your nose. Relaxing, shoulders, knees, and elbows, opening the heart. Another deep breath in. Connecting with me through chi, eternal energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And now, on a scale of 1 to 10, Eva, tell me, if 0 is horrible and 10 is fabulous, how would you rate your current relationships in life?
9.
Oh, that's fabulous. All right. And now in the next area, health and well-being. How would you rate? Same scale.
Also 9.
Also 9. Wow. Maybe we'll have a very short call unless you answer a little lower on this one. In the area of job and career, what would be your number?
7.
7. There we go. Winner. Even though for many people 7 is a very good number, but I like to go for 8. 8 is a homonym in Chinese for good fortune. So how do we get to 8? Tell me a little about what you think needs to happen, or how you would like to visualize what an 8 or above would look like. What do you do? And we'll work from there.
Okay, thank you. So I'd like to start by saying that I don't feel that I have any problems necessarily. I feel like I have projects. And where I am in my career is I'm on the precipice of a massive opening. And so what I really want today, like my genuine asking from you,
Yes,
is to change the trajectory, to adjust the trajectory so that when the wave breaks, I end up in the place that I really want to be.
All right.
So I feel like I've got a lot of momentum and a lot of power, and there's this incredible miracle that's really on the verge of really, it's on the verge of breaking.
Fabulous. So
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have done all the seed planting you can?
Well, I don't know if I've done all the seed planting that I can, because I feel like the natural cycle of death and rebirth is that new seeds are always coming to being, and new seeds are always being planted. But the seeds that I planted 4 to 5 years ago are now ripening in this amazing way. There's this incredible nourishment that's now available. Then is it okay if I pause for a minute, second, a little deeper?
Sure.
Because I really need something from you today, and I want to be able to articulate it.
Absolutely, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Marissa. My success, you know, I know that my destiny is massive success. I'm going to have very big audience, very big, you know, lots of money and a lot of power in the world. But all that matters not unless it's coming from pure love and sweetness. And so I really want to like get to this place in this call today, right? And we don't have that much time, but you are a miracle worker, so I know that we can do this.
Flattery will get you a miracle.
What's that?
Flattery will get you a miracle.
Oh, well, I feel like a miracle's already here. Like I'm on the phone with you. That's
there
a
you
miracle.
go. There you go. Thank you. So
I want like this. I want to feel like the deep shift inside of me where I know that I'm just established in this loving kindness, and that when I amplify my voice into the world, that it's carrying that frequency.
Okay, so take a deep breath right now.
Okay.
And you already are. Take that in. One more deep breath. I already am. Just sort of drink that. I already am.
So I want you to know that I'm feeling resistance kind of in me when you say that, and that I'd like to say that I allow myself to be vulnerable and moved by you right now with grace and ease. Okay, and so it is. So yeah, you already are. You already are. You have a pattern of resistance where you believe that if you and it's a pattern that a lot of people have. Like if I push hard enough, if I work hard enough, if I push against that boulder hard enough, it will move. How did you know all of my addictions? Who's been telling you my secrets? How did you know that about me?
I have a voice that tells me secrets.
Oh, that one. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I can hear you. Oh, what a good voice.
Yes. And the voice says you are absolutely beautiful. You're enough. You're powerful. You're inspired. You're inspirational. You're creator. You're creative. You are all of those things. And you knew coming in that you were. And you knew that as a child. Most of us know that. If you look at children, they know who they are. They know whose they are. They know how great they are. They know how beautiful, powerful, creative, and they can do anything. That's how we're born. And then well-meaning parents, teachers, society teach us or influence us, and we allow ourselves to be influenced that somehow we're not good enough, we have to push, we have to, no pain, no gain. There's something wrong with us that we have to fix. So that all of that is normal resistance. It's normal upbringing. It's normal. And so as you relax, and there's nothing wrong with it, because the other part of this is we cannot, if we fight against what we don't like, we get more of what we don't like. That's the law of attraction. There's no such thing as, I don't like this is the same as I like this. So one of my teachers asked,
what I'd like to say to that is I understand that, and I agree with it. And when I do that in myself, it's actually an addiction to smallness that's showing up. It's like me wanting to avoid responsibility for my life, my power, and like the effect I could truly have on humanity. So I'm grateful for you to call me on my crap.
Yeah, I don't co-sign bullshit talkie, but there is a part of you too that, that expression, thou doth protest too much.
Say it again, please.
Thou doth protest too much. So it's a Shakespearean line, and so I really, really like that person. And you go, okay. And then, no, I really, really like that person. It's like, okay, we believe you. No, you don't understand. I really, really like that person. And then you go, well, maybe they don't like that person because they keep saying it over and over and over and over again. So I want you to
Mm-hmm. That was cool. Thank you. I really felt that one go in. That was cool.
So you know your power. You may not have to be as adamant about your power.
Thank you. I knew before I called today that you were going to break my heart, and that after you did, the music would come out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's break your heart in a good way. And
no, it is. It's good. It's the crap around it that's breaking, so that it can like really be free. Like,
good,
thank you.
Good. Yeah.
You're very accurate.
Yeah.
Your bullwhip.
Yeah. Quietly powerful is more powerful than, and I've had to learn this the hard way. I had to be okay and comfortable with my loudness before I could be quietly loud. Does that make sense?
It does. So, and what I'd like to say to that is that I allow my resonant, beautiful, and powerful voice to be fully supported by a deep and profound silence that it comes from the very core of my being with grace and ease.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for you to point that out and to open that opportunity for me.
Thank you. And you have a great talent with words. You have a great talent with describing and illustrating your feelings.
That's what I do. So
yeah, well, you're doing
working over here.
Yes, and I don't know if this resonates at all, but there's almost a split personality with people who are artistic and performers and have a very strong gift. And my teacher, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, describes, there's flowers at the bottom of a mountain that bloom and they raise the conscious or the energetic field around them to the masses, and the masses are watching them. And then there's flowers at the top of the mountain that no one sees. But when they bloom, they also raise the vibration of all around them. So I think that you don't have to push so much. You don't really have to feel like you're so small that you have to be so big. You're
That's the one. That's the exact one. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that, comes from you being really comfortable in your own skin. And when you're comfortable in your own skin, the necessity of protesting becomes moot. But as long as you're uncomfortable, so there's a time and a place for who you are in the magnificence of who you are. I mean, you're magnificent all the time, all right? But the way in which you express your magnificence will change. I have to tone it down when I'm with my kids because I embarrass the crap out of them when I'm outside and I'm doing my Dr. Marissa thing. And finally they're like, Mom, you're with us. There's really no, just, you don't have to, and it hurt at first. I'm like, what? This is who I am. And then I thought about it and it's like, if I'm really secure in my path and knowing that, like for all 7.3 of us, we have a unique talent, gift, and ability that we are here to shine and here to generate lots and lots of wealth and prosperity and abundance with. That's our birthright. We're all in this. We all do it. Some, all in unique ways. If I really believe that, then I can relax into what is. If I relax,
I want to come clean now, which is to say, I said my relationships and my health were both a 9, and the underlying tone is that when I'm relating with people, I'm actually in the dojo with my sensei. That's where I learn like unconditional love. So like a lot of my relationships right now are actually really, really intense, but I don't see it as like some sort of negativity. I actually see it as grace itself, like taking physical form to help liberate me. And what you're saying actually completely heals that aspect of my life too, because if I allow myself to relax into my true power and to be at home in the profound silence that is the nature of my being, then I can actually open a space where those people can show up and their voices could come out.
Thank you.
And
that's exactly
the
it.
part.
That's exactly it. You know, for both of us, we're senders. We're really good senders. We're the muscle that we need to work on and do reps with is the receiving, both in the receiving of who other people are in their imperfection, and knowing that, you know, what we want and what we like and the intensity that we enjoy may not be also seen or perceived or enjoyed by other people. So that
I'm okay with that though sometimes, because I know not everybody's going to like, you know, what I have to say or what you have to say.
Right. But here's a little bit of tough love.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so up for that.
Okay.
Go for it.
I see that,
I'm
and
excited.
I'm glad. So I'm gonna put the moose on the table with that statement you just made. When you said, but I'm okay with that. That's so one-sided. Just because you're okay with that doesn't mean that it's okay. Stop and ask, are you okay with that? Hello?
Hi, I'm still here. I'm asking. I'm stopping and asking inside, actually.
Yeah.
I'm really checking.
Yes. Good. I'm glad.
So what comes up in me is that I can't control how other people are always going to respond to the way that I am showing up.
True.
However, like aside from that, I allow myself to show up with as much love, kindness, joy, and respect as possible.
Okay, I've got a great tool. I've got a great
Go
tool
ahead.
for you. All right. So I believe you, and that's your authentic self. And there was a whole movement where, you know, I'm really not being me unless I'm being truly authentic. And if you don't like it, then that's not my problem, because I'm being who I am, and I need to be who I am. And that's a nice...
No, I think I understand now. Go ahead.
Okay. So it's a balance. So I don't want you changing who you are to make other people happy, but I also don't want you to be who you are and always hit corner against corner. There's middle ground, and the middle ground is...
Yeah, it's harming people, actually. It's a little too rough, because I have so much power and intensity that when I brush up against somebody, even if it's like a little bit in the wrong way, it like knocks the crap out of them.
Yes, and that's...
And that throws them out.
Right, and that's not kindness and love that you would like. So here's kindness and love defined. So the middle ground is, okay, I know me exactly unfiltered as I am. I'm pretty effective with this group of people. They get me, they know me, there's usually your family. They love you in spite of who you are. Okay, and you can be exactly as you are. And I tell all my coaching clients, you know, go when you're with people like that, your best friend, whoever it is, be your authentic, true, unfiltered, unadulterated self and have fun with it. But knowing that there's a whole nother group of people out there, you might want to not change, but adopt other parts of you that are there too. The quieter part, that's a part of you. The introspective part, that's a part of you. The listening part, that's a part of you too. It's just not as strong as the other parts. So use the variety of people. Do you want to be effective and interpersonally beautiful with more than just the group that is comfortable with you naturally? Do you or do you not? Thank you. So if you do, so this is only for people who do, then you watch how people react to different ways you can try. So you know that you have an edge. So you know when you're with people that are new, you might want to, you know, just temper the edge for a bit to see how they react to other people. That requires you to watch. That requires you to observe. That requires you to be open to trying different parts of you out. So when we go on retreat, I have people be completely who they think they're not, just to try to see what that interaction is like with other people, because that's still a part of you. We have predominant personalities, but that doesn't mean we will never change who we are. We can grow parts of us that are weak, but we can grow them into a magnificent expression of the same thing. If you're a compassionate person, then you can, what's compassionate to one person may not be perceived as compassionate to another person. So either you say, okay, I'm just going to do it with people who see me at the way that I actually am, or how can I change my behavior or what I'm saying or how I'm doing it so that that person can perceive that my intent to be compassionate is actually the impact on them. And there's the balance tool. Does my intent equal my impact? That's the ticket.
That's true kindness is what you're talking about. It sounds to me it's like that's true kindness. Of like if I try to feed something a nourishment it can't connect with, then they're starving to death. It's like not,
Yes,
not
absolutely, absolutely. But it almost transcends because everybody wants love, everybody wants respect, everybody wants joy, everybody wants peace. That's a no-brainer. But the way that you define or you are impacted by someone's intent of whatever that is truly a skill. So I can say, I'm being respectful to you because that's who I am. And then I do this to you to say, come here, right? In our culture, this means come here. So I am being respectful. I don't mean disrespect. My intent is to be respectful. I just want you to come here. So I'm doing this. In the Philippine culture, this is the signal to call dogs, pigs, and prostitutes. Okay? So I am being respectful. My intent is respect. My impact for this particular population is disrespectful. So in the same way you say, I want kindness, I want to be loved, I want to be, so yes, I believe you. And now your work is my intent being this equal in my impact? And in order to figure that out, you have to be open to shifting yourself, to practicing different behavior, and also getting feedback in a way that is really a soft place to land. Because I hear that, and I have that same thing. I didn't ask you for any feedback, or I'm not criticizing you. Don't criticize me. If you want to criticize, I never gave you the right because I didn't criticize you. All right? So intent and impact is so super important. And we're almost out of time. And I wanted you to give a chance to give your, whatever your creative, beautiful expression is, some time. So Jarvis just gave me the time. What is your creative expression?
Oh, thank you for opening a space for my voice. Actually, I would love to share a little bit. So my sole purpose is to completely unleash the human voice from fear and suffering, so that as we go forth in our lives, we can open up our bodies and minds, and the soul treasures can come forward.
Beautiful.
And so, for the last 5 years, I've been using my voice a lot. And now where I'm perched on the edge of is opening a space so that now, like the profound magnetic invitational power of my being could actually draw forth the other voices. So my business is called Acoustomata, which is a Greek word meaning the lovers of sound. And the technique that I've developed is called tuning the human instrument, which works on a neurological level to shift people out of performance anxiety states, so that when they go to speak or sing or express or lead a meeting or anything else, even athletics, that when they go to express, it's like everything's in alignment, and the true song of that person's soul can come through in whatever way they choose to sing it.
Beautiful.
So if people, thank you.
You are.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, if people are curious about voice and about Acoustomata, they can find me at acoustomata.com. And interestingly, the next guest you have today is going to be one of the loves of my life and my songwriting partner.
Fabulous.
who used to be my student, So we're both really excited about
Great.
the chance
Acoustomata, ACOUSTIMATA.
AMATA. So amata is lover, yes, and then sound lovers.
Beautiful. And you are the perfect person to be doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
110% match there.
I wanted you to know that we're both Asian and we're both musicians. So when Jarvis, invited me to be on the show, it's like, yes.
That's great.
I want to do that. Go Asians.
What flavor of Asian are you?
Well, I'm half Korean, but my dad says I'm a banana. He says I'm only yellow on the outside, but on the inside I'm white.
My father told me the same thing, but I'm going to ask you, I'm going to tell you something to add to that. So my father called me a banana as well. I'm yellow on the outside, I'm white on the inside, but the very, very middle, what's in the middle of a banana? The seeds. And what color are the seeds? Yellow. And so what is my appetite? For Asian food. I have to have.
I eat a lot of kimchi.
Okay. I do a lot of Chinese stuff. So wonderful. Welcome, Asian sister, and best of best for you, with you, as you, and peace and blessings to you.
Yeah, you're a miracle. Thank you.
All righty. That was Eva from Colorado. If you've just tuned in, you know that this is call-in week on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. Every Tuesday at naturally high noon at Universal Broadcasting Network, at Sunset Gower Studios, ubnradio.com. And then every Thursday it's at 7, Saturdays at 1 on my syndicated CNBC News Radio channel, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and now all the time on iHeartRadio. This is now a very important time, and it's the time to promote our sponsors that make this show possible. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Peace in and peace out.
No way! I'm so cool. I'm so hot. I'm so hungry. I'm so full.
Did that complaining sound familiar to you? Hi, I'm Dr. Marissa, your cheerleader for hope and happiness 88% of the time. And they also call me the Asian Oprah. Well, I have a perfect app for you if you want to lose negative weight and stop complaining. Yes, the 21-day Fast from Complaining with Dr. Marissa app is now available. Every day you'll get a balance tip that keeps you from complaining, as well as some sound effects. If you do complain and you press a button, it will give you sound to keep you from complaining. And if you make it the entire day without complaining, you'll get a nice warm. And there's a YouTube link also to help you not complain. And then at the end of the 21 days, because it takes 21 days to create a good habit, you'll get an overall score, as well as a way to post your triumph with your friends and family on Facebook. So don't complain, have fun, and remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
Peace in, peace out.
If you think you don't have the money to start your own business, then I have fantastic news. Now you can own a business that has proven to be a phenomenal success all around the country with very little upfront investment. We're talking the Selfie Station. Selfie Station is a portable touchscreen photo booth that people and businesses book for weddings, corporate functions, trade shows, proms, promotional events, parties, and more. Selfie Station captures lifelong memories that can be emailed, texted, printed, personalized, and even uploaded to social media. You won't believe how much people will pay you to make your business the life of their party. It's the easiest income you'll ever earn and pays for itself in no time at all. You can start your own business right now. Let Selfie Station be the picture taker, icebreaker, and your moneymaker. Now, as a special introductory offer, you get $500 off the professional package. That's right, $500 off. SelfieStationPodcast.com. Type in the name of my show, Dr. Marissa, so I can get credit, please. Thank you. SelfieStationPodcast.com. That's SelfieStationPodcast.com. And get ready to make money today. And we're back. This is the second week of the month call-in, where people call in to balance their life tires, smog check their BS, their belief systems that keep them out of hope and happiness. And we are ready with our second caller. Please welcome Za from Colorado. Good morning. Or I should say good afternoon.
Good morning.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Happy to have you on. If you could put your feet flat on the ground, your palms up, your eyes gently closed, and just connect with me through breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And releasing all the stories and the drama. And another deep breath in, connecting with me through chi, eternal energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And welcome. And on a scale of 1 to 10, in the area of well-being, health and well-being, how would you rate yourself? 0 to 10, 10 being the best.
7.
7. And in the area of relationships, same scale?
10.
10. Ooh, I like that. I don't think
fell in
that's
love
our
with
first
this
10.
easy man.
That's our first 10. Okay. So you just fell in love with a man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, good. May you always
my-
feel a 10 no matter what happens.
We'll see.
We'll
Depends on
see.
how I relate to it, I guess.
We'll see. And then in job and career, same scale.
I would say a 6 or a 5.
6. Okay. So that's where we're going to go. And so what do you think needs to happen to make that number go up? And let's just put the moose on the table. I know already what you do because
You do?
I do. This voice told me. I'm just kidding. The voice was your partner who was the first caller. Yeah. So you are a partner in Acustomata. And this is it's a very, I love the idea, helping people with their voice and overcoming their fear of what they say the number one fear for most people is public speaking or, just being, having your voice, which is great. So what's the idea is good. Do you?
Yeah. So basically, the tool that I've learned through Acustomata has been incredibly effective in my life, but it's also been really effective in taking down and destroying any illusions that I have that I want to be anything other than a singer and a songwriter. So currently I am the head and founder of a company called Yoga in Your Park, and I absolutely love the project and I want to see it thrive and grow in the world, and I know that it will. And I'm actually learning how to work from Tim Ferriss on my business instead of in my business so that I can focus solely on songwriting and singing.
Okay.
With Acustomata as my platform.
Got it. So you're feeling a little conflicted in any energy that is not going towards singing and songwriting. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I have so much desire and such big burning desires, and I'm so ready to go for it 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the first BS that I'd like to bust is that we're on this planet just to do one thing and only one thing. That's BS. It is a belief system that we're taught. You have to focus on one subject. You have to focus on one field of endeavor. You have to be good at one thing and then get really good at it and make a lot of money with it so you can, have 4.2 weeks of vacation a year and that you can have a really nice house and a really nice car and then money left over for your children when you die. And that comes from one thing that you do. And it doesn't matter that you hate it, your job. It doesn't matter that there's other things that you'd like to do. You just stay and do that. So that's the first BS that we're smog checking. So there's no reason. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm not doubting your desire and your capability and your ability and your talent. I'm not doubting that at all. But I hear the conflict that you're having with yourself, that somehow any time that I'm not doing that, or I've not reached the level that I think that I should be at that, I've somehow failed. And this yoga in the park thing, even though it does make me happy and it was my original direction and it wasn't a part inspiration, it now takes away from this other path. And that's BS. That's BS.
I love that you said that, because a lot of what I've been trying to focus on is embracing that idea of both, and that I can actually take myself out of the things that I don't like about the business and then turn towards the things that I do want to see myself doing. And there's lots of music and yoga festivals and ways that the two can be integrated.
Good.
In a really beautiful way. So
Good.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes. And it is, sometimes we get in our own way because we have a picture of how things are supposed to be manifest. And that it's over focus on the end product. So, we plant seeds. That's our job. We plant seeds and we find the most joy that we can planting those seeds. That's the journey. Now, you know that you want a plant called sing. You want a plant called express through music and recognition in that. So you can either be in the joy of that and allow for, you don't know what color the flowers are going to be on that plant. You're not going to be too specific about the number of leaves that are going to be on the plant. You're not going to, force it to be in this area and not in this area. That's none of your business. If you're open to whatever it is that joy and expression, when you're writing music, you're in the zone. You're writing it. That expression right there is, I call them spiritual orgasms. It feels good. I mean, I love these shows because I have a direct, I never know what I'm going to say. And I never know, but just like with your partner, I mean, I said stuff that she thought, have you been listening in on me, or have you, or I'll read a mind without realizing that I'm doing it, because I know fundamentally that I'm here to express. I know fundamentally that my gifts are in certain areas, and I get to play in that. And if that's my goal, if I could translate that into your singing and songwriting, or just even bring it up to an 80,000 foot look, and it's all about creativity and expression. That's what you're about. That's where your gift is, right? So it there may be even something in addition to singing, songwriting, and yoga. You just don't know, right? You would never have known that it was singing, songwriting when you were doing yoga in the park, right? This was just another grand opening, literally grand opening. I like that, of another storefront. There's so many storefronts in this thing called life. Who says that we can only have one door? Who says that we can only have one store? This is a limitless time. We can do so many different things. We can enjoy so many things. My father, in all of his protection and love and wisdom, I reached a fork in my road when, I had a master's, and I also had business experience in the modeling industry. And I also was a singer-songwriter, and I was singing Simply Blues, Sunset and Vines, Bagatinis. I was approached by the manager of Five Star, and I really thought that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do singing, songwriting. And my beloved father came down and said, "Darling, you're good, but you're not that good. And you've wanted to have a PhD from the time you were small, and you can always come back to this. But education is really difficult to come back to if you stay away too long. So why don't you get your PhD, and then you can always come back to the music." I didn't want to. I thought that was shutting me down. No, you can't do this. You can only do. But look, I'm going to sing in Peru this fall. I get to sing with the Agape International Choir. I still perform. I still have, people buy my music on iTunes. What? I have, I close every show with an original song. People are like, "Is that you?" It's me, because I'm not limiting myself. So don't limit yourself. You are limiting yourself every time you say, "Okay, why am I working on this? I should be doing this. Why isn't that blossoming? Why isn't anybody calling me back on this? Why am I not collaborating in this? Why isn't it showing up?" All of that why is not a spiritual question. Any of that why, impatience, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, you will get evidence of not working. So as long as when you're doing what you're doing and having joy in it, that's what's going to attract the manifestations of what you want. But as long as you're conflicted, it will be conflicting. So wipe out the conflict. Do you do the yoga because you're supposed to do the yoga. You had this great idea. It's working. You're blessing people with it. It's fun to do most of the stuff. Some of the stuff you don't like doing. I don't know anybody that really likes to do sales and marketing and business plan. I'm sorry. Maybe a business geek, but very few people. But this is one of those BS that creative people get themselves in a quandary about. I want to be creative. I want to be my authentic. I want to use my voice. I want to use what I'm good at. But darling, you can be really good at stuff, but if you don't do the things that are not all that fun, social media, it's free, but it still takes some work, and advertising and branding and all of the things that gets your message out, and all of the patience of planting the seeds and waiting for it to grow. Those aren't fun, but they're part of the process. So if you can continue what you were doing when you said, even the parts of business that I don't like, I'm seeing how I can apply that. And if you can just milk that to the place where you actually like doing it. Some things I'm there with, other things I have to trick myself. I have to use incentives. Okay, I don't want to do this, but if I do all of this, then I get to play Candy Crush. Or I don't like doing this, but if I consistently do this for 5 days and work on the template and work on query letters for the book or the publisher or whatever it is, then I get a reflexology. So I am responsible for what I can control. That's it. So I'm not responsible for what I cannot control. So the things that you're getting frustrated with that aren't moving fast enough, get off of it. Don't think about it. Don't even pay attention to it. Your job is just to plant the seed. So every day you play on Google and you go publishers looking for new material, or radio stations playing new unique music, or work on my YouTube station that I can put my music on a platform, or all those things, that are real parts of the journey. And if you can make those fun, then that's the ticket. If you're sitting there under a tree going, this is my gift and talent, and why isn't anybody calling? That's where creative people get stuck. If I'm so good at this, then why isn't it coming to me? Darling, build the field and they will come. It was Kevin Costner's, never mind. Speaking of which, he's supposed to come on the show. Anyways, but there's an old movie and the concept is, Jarvis, quit laughing at me and tell me what the stupid line is. All right. But do you get my excited drift here? Za.
Yeah, I really love business, so I feel like I feel like I'm right on point with what you're saying.
Okay, good.
Going out into the world, enjoying my day, and getting really excited about the miracles that show up as other musicians or opportunities to play in public.
Yes.
Or,
do you have a YouTube channel with your music?
Yeah, I wouldn't send people there. I'd send more people to Instagram, which is Honey Dharma Dart.
Say that again?
Or Facebook. Say that again.
Honey
Dharma, Dharma.
That's
Dart.
your Dart. Okay, so on Instagram, Honey Dharma Dart on Instagram, and what are you on Facebook?
The same, at Honey Dharma Dart.
Okay, so if you're listening today and you have a minute, go and check out her music, like it, okay, and then what I'd like you to do though is, there's a lot of people discovered on YouTube, so it's free.
Yeah.
So that's your homework.
I am meeting with a videographer tomorrow, so that's really convenient.
How did I know that? How did I know that?
I know, it's like you're in my life.
There we go. Wonderful. We are out of time, but it's been a sheer joy speaking with you and laughing with you and working with you on More Balance. You're going to be fabulous. Thank you so much. All righty, dighty. We are at the end of the show. We have literally 1 minute for our balance bar. Today is day 12 of the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa. And today's balance tip is, I borrow from His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. If there's a problem and there's a solution, there's nothing to worry about. And if there's a problem and there is no solution, then there's still nothing to worry about. So breathe, smile, and just enjoy. There we go. You can get my new 21-day Fast from Complaining app. You saw the commercial during the break. Yes, I'm sponsoring this show. Usually I do my call-ins. And you can ask your friends to like Dr. Marissa if you like the app. And it's less than $1. So no excuses. Google Play, Apple app. And I'm happy to announce my new partnership with the Duda Art Gallery Healing Art Series to teach balance, Tai Chi Gong, and splatter you with some life balance coaching locally in a small group setting, July 21st and 28th in the gallery, conveniently located by the LMU campus, for those who don't want to go to Sedona or Costa Rica to have to work with me. And when I do get back from New York, Toronto, and Peru, I will have regular events on the Thriving Thursday calendar. For more information, go to drmarissa.online. And next week in studio, we have live the Clarity team, redefining health and well-being with pure potential, to talk about the way we age, preventing chronic ailments, and to answer the question, are you living your best life? So keep it tuned to Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, EI. And remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
Before the dawn, for I am weak and He is strong. He lifts me up so I can see how dark it is before the dawn. It was cold outside and dangerous, and I couldn't see my own good. People hurt me on the outside, and inside I started to bleed. How dark it is before the dawn.